Hi everyone, welcome back to Electronics for You. I am Tark and today we are diving into something really exciting. Today we are exploring the Max32 630 Feather, a compact yet powerful feather board designed for serious embedded and IoT applications. If you have been working with development boards and feel like you've outgrown the basics, this might be exactly what you need. Now before we dive in, here's a quick heads up. This video is the part of the AIoT Design Challenge 2026, India's premier electronics design contest, brought to you by electronicsforyou.com, sponsored by DigiKey. Now, let's get into what makes this board so different. The Max32 630 Feather Hash is a development board from Analog Devices, which is built around the ultra-low power Max32 630 ARM Cortex M4F microcontroller. It is built for embedded and IoT applications with an integrated battery management, wireless connectivity, and several peripherals. This board also follows the popular feather form factor, making it compact, breadboard friendly, and compatible with a wide range of feather expansion boards. This board is the part of the Feather ecosystem, a family of development boards designed for portability and ease of use. Now let's take a look at what makes this board powerful. An ARM Cortex M4F processor running up to 96 MHz with a hardware floating point unit, a 32-bit architecture, 2 MB flash memory, 512 KB SRAM, 8 KB instruction cache for faster execution, ultra low power design with approximately 106 microampere per megahertz active current. The board also includes multiple communication interfaces like SPI, I2C, and UART, which are essential for connecting components with the board. Another useful feature on this board is its support for debugging through an SWD debugger. With an SWD debugger, you can set breakpoints, step through your code, inspect variables, and monitor program execution in real time, making development and testing much easier. For beginners, this makes development easy and fun, and for advanced users, it speeds up the debugging significantly. At the core of this board is the ARM Cortex M4F processor. What makes it so special is its ability to handle complex calculations efficiently, thanks to its built-in floating point unit. So whether you're processing sensor data, running algorithms, or handling real-time tasks, this board can do it smoothly. One of the standout features of this board is its power system. Built-in battery charging for lithium-ion and lithium polymer batteries, low power consumption modes, fully portable operation, integrated Max 14 690 PMIC for power management, dual buck converters and multiple LDO regulators, smart battery charging and power path management, operating voltage range from 1.8 volt to 3.3 volt input and output, and an onboard thermistor support for battery monitoring. This means you can build projects that run independently without being plugged into a computer all the time. Compared to many conventional development boards, this one brings some major upgrades. It has more powerful processing, higher memory capacity, integrated battery management, compact feather form factor, dual mode Bluetooth module, onboard 6-axis IMU accelerometer plus gyroscope, micro SD card slot for data storage, one wire SHA 256 secure authenticator plus a 2K bit double EEPROM and an onboard RGB LED and user button. It is specifically designed for modern applications where performance and portability both matter. Now, if you are wondering how you can buy this board, you can go to the buyer's guide mentioned in the description and add this board to your inventory. Now, getting started with the Max32 630 Feather Hash board is easier than you might think. First, we will enable the onboard debugger. Head over to the Embed OS Dappling firmware page and download the latest Dappling firmware. To make it easier for you, we've also included the download link in the description below. Once the board is connected to your computer, it appears as a removable drive in Windows File Explorer. Open the drive, navigate to the Dappling folder, and simply copy the firmware file into it. As soon as the file transfer begins, you will notice the debugger LED blinking rapidly. This indicates that the firmware is being updated. After the process is complete, the board automatically reconnects and File Explorer window opens again. With the debugger ready, we can move on to programming the board. For the next step, we launch the Arduino IDE as administrator, then go to File, Preferences and locate the additional Boards Manager URLs field. Here, paste the board package URLs provided in the description. These packages are maintained by Analog Devices and PJRC, so credit goes to their respective development teams for providing the board support files. Next, open the Boards Manager by navigating to Tools, Board, Board Manager, search for Maxim's 32-bit microcontrollers and install the package. This adds support for the Max32 Feather inside the Arduino IDE. Once the installation is complete, go to Tools, Board, Maxim's 32-bit microcontroller and select Max32 630 Feather Hash. Up next, we select the appropriate COM port and finally go to Programmer under Tools and choose the dappling. Now we are ready to upload our first program. Let's first start with a simple sketch that turns on the onboard LEDs. Click Upload and within a few seconds the code is transferred to the board. As soon as the upload completes, the LEDs light up instantly, confirming that everything is working correctly. For a second example, we will upload a basic Hello World sketch. This program prints a message to the serial monitor at regular intervals. After the upload finishes, open the serial monitor and wait a moment. You will see Hello World appearing on the screen repeatedly, showing that the board is successfully running our code and communicating with the computer. And just like that, you have now turned your Featherboard into a motion sensing development platform which can be used for projects like robotics and wearables. Getting started with the Max32 630 Feather is actually pretty straightforward. All you need to do is plug the board into your computer using a USB cable and you're ready to go. From there, you can set up your development environment and start writing your code. Once your program is ready, simply upload it to the board. It's quick and hassle-free. If you want to expand your project, you can easily connect sensors or other modules using interfaces like SPI, I2C or UART. One of the best parts is that you can even use drag and drop programming through the embed interface, which makes the whole process really convenient. Plus, with the built-in SWD debugger and virtual COM port, you can debug your code and monitor serial output without needing any extra tools. And just like that, you're ready to start building your project. So where can you use it? IoT devices, wearable technology, data logging projects, robotics, and health monitoring systems. Anywhere where you need technology in a compact form. If you're wondering whether this board is worth it, here's the deal. This board offers you more power, more flexibility and more portability all in one small package. So if you want to go beyond basic projects, this board is a great next step. And that was a complete look at Max32 630 Featherboard. If you found this video helpful, do like and share it. And to keep learning and keep building with us, subscribe to Electronics for You because technology drives us.